Rolling shutter. The Canon EOS R and its rolling shutter has ruined my project. Hold up, let's get back to reality. Let's talk about that for just a second. As the reviews started rolling out for the Canon EOS R, we started hearing all about just how horrible the rolling shutter is on the Canon EOS R. So I've decided that I would actually share some real-world working examples of the rolling shutter from the Canon EOS R so that you can judge for yourself and determine if it's really as horrible as some of these reviews seem to think it is. So let's get one thing straight right from the get-go. In cinema and in commercial production, there are lots of camera moves. You know, you can zoom in, zoom out, dolly in, dolly out. You could pan left, pan right. You can pan while you're zooming. You can have a gimbal move. You can have a lot of different combinations of moves, but there's one move that is over sensationalized on YouTube. And that's the let me whip the camera back and forth as fast as possible so that we can exaggerate the rolling shutter. And by the way, I'm guilty because I've done that stupid test where I've panned the camera back and forth really fast to show the rolling shutter, specifically on the Sony FDR AX100 videos. So yes, I've also added to that exaggeration. I personally have never been on a crew where the script, and it doesn't matter if it's an indie production or if it's a commercial production or even something that I was actually working on for YouTube or social media, where the script actually called for me to violently shake or pan the camera from left to right so that it could accurately tell the story. I have, however, been on productions that called for tracking fast-moving subjects or subjects that came into the frame, say camera left, and exited the frame camera right at a very rapid pace. So with that, let's take a look at some examples. In the first example, I'm actually at a 90-degree angle from the road, and I'm hand-holding the camera. So the traffic is going in both directions, from left to right on the screen and from right to left on the screen, and that road happens to have a 35-mile-an-hour speed limit. Let's give it a shot. Let's freeze the frame. So as I freeze the frame, the only thing that I can see is motion blur. Motion blur is very different than rolling shutter. But maybe that was a fluke. So let's let the video play a little bit longer and I'll just stop it. So there we go. Once again, what I'm able to see is motion blur, not rolling shutter. But those are just vehicles going across the screen. So let's try something a little different. So in this next example, it's actually a train that is going through town, and it's going through town at full speed. That speed, in my estimation, is easily a minimum of 50 miles per hour. Now, the train is hauling a lot of different containers and boxes, right, that have very straight edges. So let's take a look at what happens if I pause the frame. Where's the rolling shutter? Let's take it up a notch, because I think if I get closer to the train, now that the train appears to have picked up speed, I might be able to actually show some of that rolling shutter. And that might be the example that completely demolishes my reasoning and my way of thinking. So let's take a look. We'll let this play through, and now let's stop it. Okay, I might have got lucky. So let's try that one more time. Let this play through. Okay, stop. Well, that's closer. So let's try that one last time. Let's play this through. The train is easily now going in excess of 60 miles an hour. So let's check this out and we'll stop it. Ha! Wait, what? You be the judge.